Are you trying to rekindle that spark with your partner, with your wife that you thought was gone forever? If so, then you're in the right place. Today, I'm going to get into some very actionable steps that you can take that can make a big difference in reconnecting the two of you and rekindling your intimate and sexual lives together. But first, before I start, I go in much more depth in my Empower program, where I am right now. I'm vetting for 8 spots for this group program that starts on February 26th. So if you watch this video and you think, yes, I want to rekindle my relationship, I'm ready to go, I do not want to sit in where I'm sitting in anymore with this relationship, then go in the description, apply for an interview, and let's have a chat about getting you into the cohort of Empower. So now let's get into the content here. I'm going to tell you in this video 7 very actionable steps that are going to change everything for you in your relationship. Now, you may be doing some of these things, but I want you to go in really deeply with these things. There is a lot of difficulty for men, I'm finding, to understand what the feminine is all about. And it's actually quite simple. Your feminine partner wants safety. She wants to feel safe. And I'm going to interject this word a lot in this conversation because, well, safe. She's safe. I take care of her. She's got a home to sleep in. She's got money, But I'm talking about safety on many different kinds of levels. So we're going to get into what that safety actually means in each of the steps that I present to you. So I know that you love each other. I deal with men like this all the time who they love their partner so much, but the spark is not there. They've been together for a long time. In a long-term relationship, it's difficult to maintain that desire, that spark, that sexual connection. It's not impossible at all. You just have to know how to do it. The ways that we were taught don't really work. Actually, we weren't taught anything. The ways that we were taught don't work because we weren't taught anything, how to sustain it. Basically, people just sort of let go of their sex lives and decide that that's it. I guess this is the way it's going to be, but it doesn't have to be that at all. We're in a new way of connecting with our partners, and we have to understand what this is all about and how to do it. And you're going to have to take some steps, some actionable steps, okay? You're going to have to take some risks here. They're not difficult. They might be a little bit scary, but that's okay. You might feel a little bit uncomfortable, but that's okay. This is all about making the change to rekindle a relationship where you can then start to create a deeper sexual connection with your partner. There's a lot that's been tied up around sexuality and sex, and this is why in a long-term relationship it starts to lose that passion, that desire. There's trauma that's occurred in the past, and then it comes up later on. There's repression about sexuality for men and for women. There's different beliefs that we have held on to for so long that just don't work anymore. So we want to get rid of all that. We want to create a clean slate here, a white blank slate, okay? I've talked a lot about all of those past kinds of traumas that exist, the kinds of repressions that exist for women and for men, and I will continue to talk about it because it's a big topic. But I want to see you go forward. I want to see you thrive in your intimate and sexual life. I want to see it to be so much better for you and your partner, that there's passion, that there's connection, that there's love, deeper love, that there's good sex. And I'm talking good sex, okay? For her and for you. One of the things that I mentioned earlier about women is that women need to feel safe. They need to have a bubble of safety around them. This is emotional, physical, spiritual. This is her own personal space of safety and her feelings of feeling safety with you. And specifically within the sexual, she has to feel incredibly safe. Women come from lots of repressed feelings and stories and beliefs and emotions. And for them to feel comfortable enough and feel like they want to really open up to you, and they feel safe enough to let give their bodies to you, you have to take some very actionable steps. Now, this is what I'm going to be talking to you about. How do you create that safety for her, for you? Because without that safety, you can't rekindle a relationship at all, right? So you got to start over. So think about the blank slate. This is how you're going to start, okay? One of the most important aspects that goes as an umbrella over these 7 things that I'm going to talk to you about is slowing down, okay? We go way too fast. Our lives are fast moving. Days, months, years move by. There's just not enough time to get anything done, let alone take care of the house, kids, take care of your partner, take care of yourself. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that we have to do. And with internet, with AI, things are moving so much faster, right? But to get into that sexual space, to get into a place where you can start to rekindle the connection with each other, you have to slow down. The first thing that I'm going to mention here, the number one thing, is to start to be present with each other, okay? So you want to have some time where, and present means that you are full on with each other. There's no phones around, there's no distractions, there's no kids, there's no nothing. It's just present time with each other. Maybe you're sitting on the couch and you're just with each other, just looking at each other, having some conversation, letting the conversation flow. Maybe you're going for a walk, but something that is present together, just you and her. That's so key. Block out the rest of the world. Get together in a present state. To do that, sometimes you need to take, number 2 is the next step I'm going to talk about, is to do some breathing. So you can, and this is deep breathing. I've been working with people lately where they even admit to me that they only do shallow breathing. And I can feel in their bodies. I can't even see a breath moving in their body at all. So you can start taking some breaths and you can join that in with your partner. Say, let's do some breathing together. Let's take some big breaths. I've been practicing breathing. Okay. I talk about breathing all the time. This is something that you can learn about. My Empower program, we go deeply into how to breathe deeply, to move the energy throughout your body so your whole being becomes present. You want to get that whole being involved here. So you and your partner can do some breaths together, because breathing allows you to sort of drop out of the rat race that you might be in, and drop into your body, into your connection with each other. Okay. So you get present, and this is one thing you could do together. You could do some breathing together. Number 3, affectionate touch. This is so important. It's something you can incorporate any time of day, but something that tends to get lost in the long-term relationships. Just touching your partner when they're least expecting it, in a way that doesn't mean that I want to have sex with you or we're going to have sex. It just means I care about you. I'm here for you. I'm here for you. When you touch your partner on the head, stroking their hair, touching their shoulder, holding them warmly, this is showing that you're creating safety for them, right? That you're going to protect them, right? So think about that. If I haven't touched my partner affectionately today, what can I do that will be an affectionate touch? This starts to create a connection. When you're touching each other and even just holding hands, it really brings you into a space where suddenly the world is just the two of you, right? When you want to go into a sexual connection, you have to have that feeling of just like wanting to have their body close to you. So you're getting present, you're breathing together, you're creating affectionate touch. The next thing is, what are you saying to each other? Okay, number 4, kind and complimentary words that you are expressing to each other. This can seem like a little strange, because why? Of course I say nice things, of course I care about them, of course I love them, but do you really express it often, especially to the feminine? You are so beautiful today. I love what you're wearing. It looks absolutely amazing. Things that show affection and kindness. Can I do that for you? Preempt a situation. I'll take out the garbage right now. Something that she expects and would like you to do. Just be kind. Kindness goes a long, long way, and it shows her a sense of safety in her environment, emotional safety with you, that she can trust you, that she can rely on you, right? That she knows, and when you give compliments, she knows that you are observing her, that you are attracted to her. That's huge. That creates safety for her in her own body, that, oh, I feel good in my body because my partner really enjoys me. Number 5 is when you can take some time to set an intimate 1 hour a week, just the two of you, where you can be present, where you can breathe, where you can have affectionate touching. where nothing is disturbing you. And sometimes you need to set it. Sometimes you need to set a date and time, and this is our 1 hour that we come together. There's a lot of complaining I hear from people about the fact that they're not having good sex, that they're not having sex at all, maybe that there's no sort of exploration sexually going on, that they don't know how to talk to their partner, that they can't explain things to their partner about what they really want, their desires. Well, you can't even get to that part until you connect in a slow, safe, present way. So this is all sort of pre-stuff to getting into that deeper conversation, right? This has to be, this kind of stuff I'm talking about has to be ongoing practice, ongoing things that you implement between the two of you, so that you start to connect and you start to feel closer to each other. She starts to feel safer. The safer she feels, guys, the more likely she is going to want to open herself up to you, open her body, open her legs, get more activated within her body to want to have sex, to desire it. This stuff is absolutely the most important kind of stuff that you can do. Okay. So you're going to take a 1 hour a week intimate night where you can just then be together and share intimate talk, conversation. This might be a place where you want to open up some vulnerable things that are going on for you or feelings that are happening for you as you continue this practice. Number 6 is to dance together. Everybody loves dancing. Everybody loves dancing. We did it when we were kids. We did it when we were adults, younger adults, going out to parties and dancing, and then kind of it gets forgotten about later on. It is such an intimate act, and it's something that brings you together, and it helps her to feel safe with you because you're letting go, you're relaxing more, you're putting on music, you're moving. She feels a safe environment, right? So it's just very simple. You can do it in your intimate 1 hour, put on some music and just dance together. Just hold each other, listen to music, put on your favorite music and dance. This is a huge step to creating deeper sexual connection. The last thing I'm going to talk about, and it's really an important practice that you can do. And remember, all of this stuff, we go so much deeper in Empower. That's why I am doing a program that is a VIP program for men, because I want to go in much deeper with you. I want to help you really understand the feminine, where she's coming from, who she is, what she's all about, and how you can step into your masculine to lead her in this sexual dimension, in this sexual realm, how you can feel more confident in speaking what you really feel, and all of these things I've talked about, we discuss in it at a deeper level. So if this intrigues you, then go to the description and apply for the interview, which is happening right now. I'm vetting for only eight positions for this Empower program, and I hope that it will be you. So the seventh practice is to take turns receiving. Okay. Now this is something I put on number 7 because you've had to do sort of done all the others to get to this take turns receiving, to be able to okay, let's do this practice. Leanna's talking about where one is going to receive and one is going to give. So it might just be start simple. I'm just going to give you a back massage or stroke your hair I put on a timer for 10 minutes. And just first, the man will stroke her hair for 10 minutes. And then you switch, and then she'll stroke his hair, his head for 10 minutes. Just so that you can feel that what it is really like to be the receiver. And when you're receiving, you're not criticizing, you're not saying anything, you're just receiving. And it feels so good. And I love more of that. This is amazing. Just take it in. And when you're giving, you want to be just completely present with that person, touching them. Let's say you're stroking their hair, feeling their hair. How does this feel to you? Do you like this? Does this feel good for you? Would you like me to, do you like when I do this? What else do you like? How else do you like your hair touched? Ask questions about it as the giver, and the receiver can just answer, but receive and not do anything. And the giver just gives, and you each get your turn. So these are 7 practices that are very powerful, that I know work, that are proven. I have worked with couples for over 20 years in intimacy, sexuality, deep connection in relationships. And these are practices that are absolutely necessary to get you rekindling that spark in your intimate connection. So once again, Empower is open. Go to the description, fill out the form, fill out the for an interview. I will see you there. Looking so forward to seeing you. I'm really excited about this program coming up February 26th. It's the 4th time I'm giving this program, and it is powerful. I am full in to help you create the best sex lives that you've ever had. I'll see you again very soon. Much love making.